Hello, and this is Bern. Welcome to your greatlifetv.com. This is a live edition of Get the Love You Crave. And on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about three truths about love that you need to know. If you're a single woman who's been attempting to create an amazing relationship, fulfilling relationship, things that might be preventing you from experiencing the love truths that I want to share with you is that if you do want to find the kind of love where you have a best friend and a lover, you have somebody who gets you, who someone has your back, somebody who truly without healthy worth as a woman, but to think that you love without sacrificing, and by sacrifice I mean going through situations, sometimes you have to put the relationship first among other priorities that you have in your life. Sometimes you have to be really courageous and share things that you don't want to share, and sometimes you have to give more than you're willing to give. Not because it's an unhealthy giving, just because it's human nature to want to prevent that type of. It's because here's the thing: when you give more, and there's a chance you may not get it back. When you open your heart really vulnerably, there's a chance that somebody might look at you and say, you know what, I don't want you after you actually gave your heart and soul to them. So because of that, it's very, very scary to become vulnerable and with somebody you love. So the first understanding, the first truth is there is no devotional love without healthy compromise. Second truth that I want to share with you today is, and I made some notes because I'm traveling right now and I'm not in my studio. I don't have my my screens here in front of me, but the level of love that you want in many measurements will be, or in great measure, will be predicated upon how you are willing to master this one skill, sustain short level pain for some time. So here's why: opening your heart, short term pain; being vulnerable, short term pain; expressing your truth instead of just staying quiet, short term pain; putting yourself out there to express your feminine light, short term pain; connecting, opening up a conversation with a guy when you're feeling scared and shy, short-term pain; putting yourself out there on a dating website, short-term pain. So many of the things that will get you the ultimate results you want require for you to go into short-term pain. And I'll say hi to all of you in a little bit. I just want to make sure that I deliver this content for you. Now, at the end, I'll stay a little around and say hi. So that's really what that's really important, because one of the things that I find in many of the women who connect with me and want help in finding love is that the instant gratification culture we're in right now is one where if you don't get that result you want immediately, you feel like it's not worth getting it, or like you can't get it. And finding love of this kind is one of the most difficult things in the world. I'll be the first one to say it. Now, it's absolutely doable, but it's not easy. It's a simple process that is not easy, and it requires long-term sustaining of that discomfort so that you can get something much better. For example, saying no to a friend with benefits sometimes is going to be hard, but that's the kind of thing that will get you to feel a little bit more pain because you're only that day, and then create out of that pain more hunger to go get what you really want. So that's the second truth about love. Third truth about love is that happily ever after is not a destination, it's a daily commitment. And here's what I mean. A lot of the women that I connect with have this fantasy that if you find your soulmate and it's an amazing guy, then that's where you let go and just the freedom and fun starts. Yes, the freedom and fun starts, but the work also starts, because entering a relationship is simple, so relatively not easy, but simple. Sustaining it is harder. So for you to sustain it, you need to understand that it's a daily decision to commit. It's a daily decision to say no to temptations, right? Other in your case, other guys; in the guy's case, other women. That's a daily decision. It's a decision that you'll have to commit to daily if you want that happily ever after. That's a decision you have to make every single day of your life. I want my happily ever after, but here's what I'm willing to do. In other words, you can, in a few words, resume what I'm saying. Well, you have to be willing to pay the price. Emotionally, you have to be willing to pay the price. Time-wise, you have to be willing to pay the price in terms of doing the hard work that's required to not just enter, but sustain that relationship. So I hope these three truths about love that are not necessarily like, oh, it's easy. I don't want to ever sugarcoat things to you or tell you that something is more simple than it really is. But at the same time, if you understand that this is not a this is not an easy process, even though it's simple. If you understand that you're going to have to feel short-term pain to get to what you really want, and it's going to be a daily decision going forward in your life. You won't get surprised when you enter a relationship and all of a sudden you recognize it's a lot of work. It's fun work, but it's a lot of work. So if this is helpful, insightful, and useful for you, my dear, beautiful woman, I'm going to ask you to do three things. Number one, click like on my video or thumbs up. Number two, subscribe to my channel. Number three, on the first line of the description of this video, you're going to find a link that allows you to sign up to a free masterclass that I've created for you that will share with you the principles and the basics of how you can attract the kind of guy you want and how to enter a relationship from a place of openness and radiance where you're expanding on your greatness versus filling up a void. So all you have to do is click on that first line in the description of this video. You'll see a page that allows you to click on a yellow bar. Click the yellow bar, enter your name and email, and you'll start watching that class right away. Thank you so much for connecting with me, and thank you all of you. We're spread right now, Acarius Pisces, and I can't say this, BCHEP, worry, Carrie Sweeney, and Niklas Horth, and Ebony Warmick, and Maxine Wilson, and Eiko Christensen, and Seker's mom. Thank you to all of you. You make a difference in my life. Your comments, your love, you sharing this video, you being enthusiastic about this whole thing has created this magnificent environment where I can share my content with more and more women from all over the world. To this point, it's over 10 million women. I think 11 million at this point, and growing. So thank you for for what you do here, and look forward to connecting with you. My next video will be a regular one, not a live one. But since I'm traveling and I'm not in my studio, didn't want to spend the time without recording something for you, so you can think about what you really want going forward. Sending you all my love.